Hello pioneers, welcome back to Bashbox Crypto Buzz. To ensure that you don't miss any critical updates on the Pi networks, kindly subscribe to this channel. On August 3rd, Pi network mainnet migration started. All items on the main checklist can be completed by pioneers who have passed Pi KYC. According to rumors, the mainnet of the Pi network should be completed by the end of 2022. If all goes according to plan, the Pi network will introduce some new ideas. It is crucial to obtain the protocol method from one of the coins that have actively put out the mainnet at this time. Because Pi network has not yet finished the mainnet, this is of utmost importance that ensures Pi network will be able to develop into a currency, rather than a token. Additionally, it suggests that when Pi network reaches the market, it will have a unique value and gain significant advantages. Pi network is currently making more progress than was anticipated on the mainnet alone, and the cycle is quite effective. There is a rumor that mining may end once the open mainnet is finished. The value of the Pi cryptocurrency can potentially rise sharply, so in the future, don't underestimate the worth of a Pi coin. Pi coin is growing in popularity as Pi network works to create its own market and economy, where the Pi token will function as legal cash. There may be a lot of speculation on the accepted value of Pi, but nobody is certain for sure. We have to wait it out. Regarding how to raise, the Pi coin's actual worth is yet to be determined. There are a lot of different viewpoints and speculations. Some claim that a substantial investment will be needed for it to succeed. The system is now in beta and is being secured by more than 45 million active miners and users. When the network eventually goes live, this completely designed area will erupt. Pi network asserts that it will address the issue of web scale while balancing the availability and scarcity of cryptocurrency assets. Despite the fact that millions of users have signed up and are already logged in, the Pi network model and its exact release date remain a mystery. Pi network is on pace and should launch in the latter half of 2022, most likely first quarter of the year 2023. Despite concerns that the Pi coin is merely a scam, the core crew has received criticism for wasting too much time. Pi network has recently received a lot of criticism, and there are rumors that the eagerly anticipated open mainnet of Pi's evolution and development may emerge before the year is through. The pivotal phase for Pi network will be its open mainnet in Phase 3. The white paper states that the mainnet blockchain will go live during this phase. In this place, Pi will be able to connect to exchanges enabling the trading of P-coin. On December 29, 2021, the Pi network and closed mainnet went live, beginning Phase 3 of the project. Despite this, there doesn't seem to be any sign that Pi coin is close to a complete release. The open network period for the Pi network could start on this period or later, Pi stated in its white paper update. By doing this, restrictions on the enclosed network would be lifted, enabling additional connections to the Pi mainnet. A June 28 update hinted that the mainnet debut might happen soon. Even though the eagerly anticipated Phase 3 of the project, in which pioneers' balances would be honored when Pi switches to mainnet, has not yet been disclosed, interest in the Pi network keeps rising. According to rumors, the third phase might begin in December 2022. That date has not yet been confirmed by the network, which encourages cryptocurrency users who are dubious about the idea. The idea is being referred to as a hoax by certain analysts and cryptocurrency specialists, because Pi coin cannot be exchanged or withdrawn before their formal release. The Pi network claims that Pi is not a scam. What if I told you that a new platform has just been launched that will serve as a bridge between the Pi network and other cryptocurrencies? You will be able to trade and exchange your Pi coin with other cryptocurrencies by using this platform. Yes, gents, you heard me correctly. I mentioned that you'll be able to exchange your Pi coin for other cryptocurrencies such as BNB Binance. So, returning to the main topic, what is the name of this platform? Pi Bridge is the name of the platform. Although the concept of this platform is intriguing, one wonders if the Pi network core team actually trusts and approves of it. It's easy to see why I'm saying this. The Pi network claims to be ready to go, but it will only communicate with other cryptocurrencies on the open mainnet. there is some uncertainty, which made me think. The Pi Network team has repeatedly stated that you should not rely on any connection to a platform other than the Pi browser. They were there and correctly connected when I checked the PiBridge website using the Pi browser. Another thing that confused me was the platform's conversion to wrap Pi, or WPI. This was done on the Binance Smart Chain wallet, which meant that any Pi token you wanted to swap would be bridged to BNB, Binance's native coin, but wrapped. Before I express my personal opinion on whether or not to trust this platform, let me define the term as it is used in the cryptocurrency context. A wrapped token is a cryptocurrency token that is linked to the value of another cryptocurrency. The original asset is known as a wrapped token because it is placed in a wrapper, a sort of virtual safe that allows the creation of the wrap version on another blockchain. So now let's find out if the bridge platform is legitimate or simply a ruse to drain your wallets of hard-earned Pi. I urge you to pay attention to my analysis, since there are signs that con artists are becoming more prevalent by the minute in the Pi network ecosystem. I'll show you the platform to demonstrate how I came to my conclusion on the PiBridge. I looked through the platform and discovered a set of guidelines or procedures for connecting and exchanging your Pi currency for the native Binance wrapped coin. I looked through the platform and discovered a set of guidelines or procedures for connecting and exchanging your Pi currency for the native Binance wrapped coin. The initial step was to use the Pi browser to find the website address, after which the Pi amount and the recipient address were entered. Binance Smart Chain is known as the base, after which you click Wrap Pi to WPI. You must confirm payment before proceeding to the next step. I had no issues with the procedure because the connection to the bridge is made via the Pi browser at this point. But then I moved on to step 3. This is when I began to worry. The final step is to claim the WP tokens that you have ostensibly wrapped. Step 3 requires you to access an external link using a variety of browsers, including Chrome, Firefox, and Microsoft Edge, in order to claim the wrapped Pi. In order to claim the WP, you must also connect your Binance Smart Chain wallet. To be honest, this is where I have a warning sign. After selecting the Connect wallet, you'll be taken right away to download and install the Coinbase wallet. I was a little lost at this point. I'm not sure if you're as interested in and perplexed by the procedure as I am. For me, it raises a lot of red flags because the platform is requesting a connection outside of the Pi browser.
Additionally, the Pi wallet, Coinbase wallet, Pi browser,
and Binance Smart Chain will all be used in the process. The finest part is that you have to access this procedure from an external browser. This is my judgment, and I advise against participating until there is a formal declaration that the Pi network is at the open main net, where this kind of transaction may be conducted. Second, I'm very concerned about the fact that the process begins in the Pi browser, but does not end there. However, I make it clear that I am not in favor of engaging, at least not right away. We will undoubtedly use such a service in the near future, but I would prefer that it occurs at the right time and with formal approval from the core team, similar to how we learned about the barter system, the events, and the participants. As a result, I advise all pioneers to keep their cool, keep an eye out, exercise caution, and be on the lookout for con artists desperate to steal your Pi coin at any cost. Do not participate until you are comfortable with the fundamentals of any platform. Now that I think about it, I thought they said Pi was a scam at first. Why are they also eager to defraud pioneers of their money, Pi? Why are there more scammers on the Pi network now than ever before? Or have I missed something? Why are scammers so eager to replicate the entire Pi network ecosystem? These scammers and the Pi network's efforts have yet to be listed. What happens after the Pi network is listed on an exchange?
I'd really appreciate your thoughts on this.
Keeping cautious and vigilant until my next video. This is Bashbox. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.